Hey, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show, where we are on our journey to 250,000. All right, so the other day on Political Beatdown, I was with my co-host, Ben Meiselas, and we watched a video of me testifying before the House Oversight Committee. And during that statement that I had made, I tell a story about Trump and Vietnam. And it's something that has recently gotten traction. It got traction because Donald Trump is now attacking Tim Walz with his people, claiming stolen valor. And what is stolen valor? Stolen valor is when you're basically claiming that somebody is not really part of the military and that they are trying to portray themselves as war heroes or persons who had served or are currently serving in the military. It's a terrible thing. I don't know why people do it, but people do it. But it's not Tim Walz. This is a guy who actually served for 24 years. And during this clip, I turn around and I talk about Donald Trump and how Donald Trump used his father, who had a podiatrist. Yeah, I'm not bullshitting you on this. He used a podiatrist that was in one of the father's strip malls in Queens to write him a letter claiming that he had bone spur in his foot and as a direct result was not going to be able to serve, despite the fact that his draft number was going to be called. All right. And he used it successfully 4 times. He got that 4F 4 times. And in it, and I'm not going to tell it to you here because I want you to watch the video, but the comment that Donald Trump makes about people who serve their country is so despicable. He said it to me. I was blown away. Now, I could understand. Trust me, I could understand no one wanting to go to war. I mean, nobody wakes up and says, yeah, I want to go to a foreign land. I want to be dropped in there, and be in combat and potentially lose my life and, or a limb or, my friends, the same 9 yards. Nobody wants to do that. But these other folks, these other veterans, they did it. They served their country honorably, right? Those that survived and those that didn't. And that's why we constantly need to remember them and thank them for their service. But that's not what Donald Trump does. No. How many times have we seen Donald Trump turn around and say some of the most despicable things, such as, I can't go and I can't lay the wreath over at the, where was it? It was in France because it was raining out and he didn't want to get his hair and his suit wet. Or what he said to, I think it was his chief of staff, when he turned around and he said that, they're suckers and losers, those that lost their life fighting for our democracy. This man has no honor. He has no shame. So let's watch the video. And of course, as always, just make sure that this man never gets close to the office of the presidency, that he's never even allowed back into the White House. And the way we do that, the way we bring stability back to this country, the way we bring honor back to this country, is that you vote Harris Walz in 2024. So let's go to the video.
Mr. Trump tasked me to handle the negative press surrounding his medical deferment from the Vietnam draft. Mr. Trump claimed it was because of a bone spur, but when I asked for medical records, he gave me none and said that there was no surgery. He told me not to answer the specific questions by reporters, but rather offer simply the fact that he received a medical deferment. He finished the conversation with the following comment: "You think I'm stupid? I'm not going to Vietnam." And I find it ironic, Mr. President, that you are in Vietnam right now. And yet, I continue to work for him.
Take us through that moment in the testimony when Donald Trump said that to you, and what's your reaction now that Donald Trump is attacking Governor Walz for stolen valor?
Because he has to attack him, because Congressman Walz is everything that he is not. He's not inspiring. He's not a hero. He never wore the uniform. He didn't have the guts to wear the uniform. He was happy for other people to go to fight for America, to fight for our democracy. But he never had the valor. He never had the strength, the fortitude to actually put on a uniform and fight for something much bigger than him. Because in his mind, there is nothing bigger than him. He's bigger than the country. The country is clearly smaller than him. And that's why I turned around and I had said, and I found it extremely ironic, that at the time I was asked to appear before the House Oversight Committee for the late, great, honorable Elijah Cummings, God rest his soul. I turned around and said, I find it very ironic that as I am speaking, that he's there in Vietnam right now, and he was there with Kim Jong-un. What they were talking about, God knows. I mean, between the two of them, I just can't imagine that there was a lot going on. But it's so important to understand the individual that is asking you to put your faith in to lead our country going forward. When you have Russia still with Ukraine, that war, when you have Israel versus Hamas, this is not a man who does anything for valor. He's not doing this for the better of America. He's doing it to enrich himself. And you say, how so? Because understand that everything Donald Trump does is transactional. It's all about the almighty dollar. He doesn't care whether he's on the side of Russia or Ukraine. He doesn't care if he's on the side of Israel or Hamas or Iran or Lebanon or Turkey or Egypt. He doesn't care. What he'll care about is who is giving him more in order to do what they need. Here's something that every single person, foreign leader, believes about Donald Trump. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Chancellor of Germany actually said it like this, almost verbatim, that Donald Trump, that all foreign leaders know that Donald Trump is for sale, and that therefore America, with its might, will be for sale to the highest bidder. That's a real problem when you're trying to foster relationships with foreign dignitaries. It's a real problem. It's really more, to hell with democracy, to hell with with right and wrong. It's all about who's going to do more for this one man than for anything else. It's a shame, and it's scary. Yeah. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.